I call this the bow tie of doom, and I'll try and explain why. Well, Sky smiles at everyone. So, effectively, one of the things we can do using maths is to, for every individual, take everything we know about them and say, except for their age, and say, I'm going to predict how you're going to vote. If you go through that exercise, and then you then plot the predictions of how people will vote by the age curve, what you get is that red line, very steep red line. If you then compare that to how people then subsequently do vote by age, you get the green line. So I'm just going to come over here. This is really, really significant, because what this is telling us is that amongst younger people, a huge number of them should vote Conservative but don't. So that is controlling for all the things like their wages, where they live, do they live in a city, what's their ethnicity, do they have a job, or do they have a house, are they a homeowner? We're controlling for that. So what we're saying is, amongst young people, there is a discount amongst the party once you've controlled for everything. That is a massive issue, because what it potentially means, and we can't fully validate this, is that there is a cohort effect. What that effectively would mean is that we're living in a time where people systemically are likely to be less conservative once you've controlled for everything else. What it also means is, so why did the Conservatives do so well in elections? How did we get 42.4% of the vote at the last election? And here's the really scary thing, where the red line crosses over the green in a kind of bow tie pattern. What this really means is that there are huge numbers of older voters who are voting Conservative when they are not Conservative in any meaningful demographic, philosophical or political way. Now that is really interesting, because what it suggests is that there is a time problem, which is that as we go through time and those generations are replaced by new ones, we will not necessarily replace these older generations that knowingly vote Conservative without any reasoning, kind of statistical reasoning why, with younger generations. We have a massive, massive ticking time bomb underneath the kind of Conservative coalition, which is hidden by the last election result.